Welcome to the podcast. My name is Mr. Ish. We're at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club, called their Clubhouse. Got the teens here, teen package. I usually don't do the teens, but we've been trying to arrange this for a minute. So welcome to teenagers. It's always fun when we got the teenagers. There's a lot of real talk. We're going to go from my left to my right. I'm going to introduce yourselves. Just say your name, your age. We'll take it from there. Did I shut you down? Oh, my bad. I wasn't ready for you. Go ahead.
All right, I'm Jocelyn, and I'm 14.
Okay, Jocelyn, I'm 14.
My name is Jade, and I'm 16.
Oh, Jade's old schooler. What are you waiting for, a special invitation?
My name is Jaden, and I'm 16.
Okay, Jaden, second time. My name is Mr. Ish. I'm too old. So what's going on, guys? What's on your mind? My man over here was in the podcast last week?
Thursday.
Yeah, last week. He gave me some numbers like, yeah, man, I got 100,000 followers. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
show me the numbers when I see the podcast. I mean, he ain't, I ain't gonna lie. He beat the one that I wanted him to be, on views. But he said it was only him and his dude wasn't helping him. And that's what it is, man. You got to be out there and do it on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, his numbers were decent. I think he got about 45 plays in about 3 or 4 days. So I don't know what's his following, but it was all right.
I heard they're talking about 80s music. I felt that.
Well, we were trying to talk about 80s music, but they don't know much about it. So it gets really hard when I'm having a conversation with myself. What was the other kid's name? Clau? Yeah, he wasn't. He know nothing about nothing. But he's going to get his education up. I'm going to teach him. I'm going to show him a little bit. So what's up, girls? This is this podcast is really set up for you guys. I've been harassing y'all to come to the podcast, and y'all switch your schedule to be here, which is nice. But now it's time to do the work. So you're ready to talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, like.
Come on, there's teenage stuff. I mean, teenage stuff is it's important.
What do you like to do, Jocelyn?
All right, let's stop the conversation there. Unfortunately, in the podcast, we don't do that because I don't know if I told him, but the podcast has to be interesting to 100 people. I don't think 100 people care what she did today. So it has to have topics that, everybody could relate to. And the reason I say that is because we have other countries listening to us. So someone in Jamaica may not understand that she just went to the store and got her nails done and all that. They really don't care too much about that. So it just has to be topics that, that other teenagers, people your age in other states, other countries could relate to. And big shout outs to you guys that are listening to us. I just reached out to somebody today. It was dope. Okay, talk.
I like to sing.
You want to sing?
No, I said I like to sing.
Oh, because I was about to get something. I got YouTube. I got stuff. I'll throw a beat for you real quick.
Nah, I can't. I'm shy. I can't sing in front of
No one's looking at you. We're in an enclosed room with 3 people that you already know, and I'll turn around and all you have to do is sing.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you like to sing. What kind of songs you like to sing?
I like singing like Adele, like songs I could like really sing to.
Okay. What about Luther Vandross? That's my man. If you could sing a Luther song, I'll stop this podcast right now. I'll go look for an instrumental. I might even sing with you. I mean, usually I do that in karaoke, but Luther's a joint. What about you?
I like to dance.
Ooh, we got a singer and a dancer. We got a show going on right now. Do you go to dance classes and all that stuff? So talk to me about that.
I used to go to dance classes, but I stopped going because everybody's ghetto. So.
But the thing is that sometimes, I understand what you're saying, but sometimes you got to do it for you. You may learn a little bit about it. I mean, my daughter goes to a couple of different dance classes. The first one that she went to was real hood. And my daughter's a little white girls. So when I take them over there and they talk about African-American dance and they're twerking, she's not going to that dance class again. It's not going to happen. So, but she started learning how to just be responsible, get her clothes ready, get herself prepared, stretch out. So even though the class wasn't all that, I still continued for a little bit until I got into a different school. So sometimes you learn from that. So don't be discouraged by a hood class or a ghetto class. I mean, there's something that you could pick up on. Mm-hmm. What's up with my man? What you want to talk about? I feel like I gotta put an accent when I talk to you. I don't know why.
I'll talk about anything. It don't matter.
Well, let's bring it up. Because last time it was all about you and the music business and all that. But now you got some ladies here. They don't care about your music business. They might want to care about you and your drip and your style. And why you got a hoodie on is 110 degrees in this room.
Right.
I mean, I think we all have hoodies.
Yeah, but he has a hood on.
Oh,
Like he has a hood on like he's going to to the gym or something. I'm tight. I'm drinking water and
I'm not holding
and it's like hot in here. I need a fan or something. Maybe I gotta dim the lights.
Low key, just a little bit.
All right, low key. All right, low key don't work for podcasts, bro. We need high key. We need somebody that's outspoken, outgoing. That's what I need over here. So what's up, girls? Besides dancing and singing, what else is going on? What's in a teenager's life? I'm way out of teenagers, so I don't know what's going on in your mind. The dating, the testing, the SATs, high school, moving out. You just got keys that took away your phone. Like, let's talk about something. Then you'll get allowance. You got a budget. Like how you'll get your drip on. Am I saying it right? Yeah. All right, I just learned that word. You see, I use it a lot. I just learned that from the little kids told me, a 6-year-old. He said, "You don't got no drip." I said, "Drip? What's going on?" So he showed me that. For those that are not from New York, drip is like style. It's like
Swag.
It's like swag. You know,
J's.
people used to just say swag, but now they say drip. It's a Bronx thing. In Manhattan, we don't say none of that.
swag.
Okay, so what's going on? You'll get allowance. Talk to me. When your mom gets upset because you don't wash the dishes, she takes the phone away from you. Like, how does that work?
Mom just yells at me most of the time.
Are you only child? You got other siblings?
I got like 4 siblings.
They all live with you?
2 of them live with their loved ones, like the girlfriend and boyfriend.
Okay.
And
They're a little
then
older.
The other 2 live with me.
All right. I don't have siblings. I mean, later on in life I did, but I don't. I was the only child. What about you? What's going on? It's complicated.
I have one sister and I have a nephew.
And what's the reason that you rocking back and forth like that?
Oh.
Okay. What about you?
I have a little brother. That's pretty much it. I
Yeah,
have,
if you have a
sister
little-
that I treat like my sister, but
If you have a little brother, it's nothing. Just send him, smack him in the head, tell him what to
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
just-
that's big brother stuff.
yeah,
Okay. I always wish I had a brother. I don't know if I'd be a good brother. I know that if I was younger, I wouldn't take none of his crap.
yeah.
And if I was older, you'll have to do everything I said. So I'd probably be a decent brother. I mean, compared to, other people. I would still love them. Oh, I feel like crying now.
Oh.
I was going to give myself a little cry, but I don't have no tears or nothing. I don't give myself a little clap or something, but that's about it. Come on, man. Let's get some juicy topics, man. There's teenagers here.
Teenage life is not even all that, honestly. It's just like,
Because you guys live on your phones.
Mm-hmm.
You guys live for hearts. You guys live for followers. You guys don't like right now. You're on your phones while you're here. Well, she's not. I give her respect.
I'm
but
not.
you two guys are just checking your emails and
Why are you
and
capping?
checking your
That's
Facebook like
yeah,
somebody's really live the life.
My
Live
phone
right.
is off.
Live for now.
That's all.
Live for now. Right now. You guys live too much on your phones. In my house,
Yeah.
when my nieces and my nephews come, as soon as they walk in, I give them a kiss and all that. Give me your phone. No, but give me your phone. It's gonna go right to the top shelf. And while you're here, we are talking. We're gonna have discussions. You don't like it and you're bored, then be bored. That's it. You don't come to visit me to be on your phone. You could have done that in your house.
Yeah.
I said, so things like that. There has to be a time where you just put it away. We really do it a lot in the summertime. We go camping. So we have a campsite.
I'm gonna be a staff.
And there's no, I'm not talking about here. Until I go camping like to the woods. We have like a trailer and all that stuff. And I go with my family. So when we go out there, there's no phone service.
Yeah,
So
you're
there's
right.
nothing. I mean, there's woods, a lake, and we got to go play with frogs and ride bike and stuff like that. So, play on the hammock, go to the pool. So we don't deal with the phones. And it's kind of nice for like 3, let's say we leave on a Thursday. From Thursday to Sunday, we can't check our emails or nothing. If you want to call me, you got to call the front desk, and maybe they send a pigeon to come to my joint with a little letter or some smoke signals, because you're not gonna find me. I usually go fishing, and I never catch a fish, but I get on my little boat and I go to the lake, and I got a couple of beers there, and I go fishing, and nobody could reach me. No walkie talkies, no nothing. If you want to see me, you got to wave with a flashlight or something to tell me to come back home.
You be thinking about life, don't you?
Just chill out there, look at the birds, the water, just relax. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So you have to have that off button. Here's pretty easy because I only use my phone when staff is calling me or something like that. If my boss is calling me, but I'm not on my phone that much. So what else is going on? So teenage life ain't all that.
Nah,
I can tell you this much: adult life ain't all that either.
Yeah.
'Cause as soon as you get out of this, you got to pay bills.
Definitely.
A lot of bills. My son is feeling it right now. He just got his own apartment. 22, which is nice. But you gotta work hard because that rent is due every month, and now you gotta pay light. And you want cable because you want to play on the internet. You gotta get that little package. So that money comes and goes quick. When you only got $40 and you work 80 hours, then you know the difference. Ramen noodles.
Struggling real.
Struggle's real. I got my own apartment when I was 17.
Wow.
I graduated when I was 17 in June, and in August I had my own apartment. I've never lived again with my parents.
I feel like back in the days it was easier because it was less like
That's what we all
drama.
say. That's what we all say.
Nah, there was the same amount of drama. It was even worse. I mean, you had the people that were in the streets drama. You had a lot of gang drama. You had all that. So it's. I don't think it was easier, but I think that the kids wanted to do more. I think that young teenagers now are more dependent on their parents and on what their parents could do for them, as opposed to going out there and working and doing all that. I'm telling you, I was working at 14, working papers, went to the supermarket, got a job. So I was working. You guys are looking at me like, wow, you was working at 14? You want me to tell you how much I made an hour at 14? $3.35
An hour.
an hour.
That's less than minimum wage.
No, that was minimum wage when I was working.
Yeah, back then.
$3.35. You guys are making $15 an hour now for minimum wage to flip a burger at McDonald's. I would take that job in a minute. I will flip that burger. I'll be like SpongeBob over there. I'll be like what's the name of those patties that he has?
Krabby Patties.
Yeah, Krabby Patty Master. You'll see me in there with a full uniform, flipping that hamburger over.
I didn't know that.
No problem. Yes, I mean $3.35 an hour is serious, man. When we went to $5, I thought I hit the lotto. When the minimum wage went to $5, I didn't know how to act. I was like, $5? I got 30 hours in? Ooh yeah, $150. So it was tough. And I did it. I think when I was 14 or 15, I had 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs and I went to school. So you just gotta get your hustle. I don't know if I made it.
Applause to you.
I'm here. Do you want to get applause? I'll get applause to myself. I dropped the bomb too.
He's out. I'm dead.
It's just I just had a different outlook of looking at life. Like if I wanted to make money, that was the only way to do it. Unless I wanted to go to the streets, which I didn't. So it was just a hustle, just being out there and working.
What if he was us now? How would you?
If I was you guys now, I'll definitely be, to tell you the truth, one of the easiest jobs to get, and this is really one of the jobs that I had that I really love, and I always recommend it to people, is working in a supermarket. You learn a lot. A lot of the supermarkets like Key Food and Foodways and all these supermarkets, after like 60 days or then 90 days, you get on the you get on the, how you call it, you get benefits, or you get in the union, you get a little raise. I mean, a lot of the places open 24 hours, so your schedule is really flexible. Even at your young age, you could do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just do 3 days, and if you do 10 hours each day, that's 30 hours. That's decent, and you still have Monday to Thursday to just do schoolwork. So it's all about your schedule and how much you think you really, if you really want to help your parents like pay bills, or you just want to take that money to buy, $300 pair of sneakers, it's a different thing. You understand? I used to get paid and give my mother $150. just to pay a phone bill or pay help with the light or cable or something. So once you start putting that responsibility on yourself, it's easier to move out because you already have responsibilities. So that's one thing I would tell you is don't shy down from getting any job. I mean, people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. If right now, if God forbid I was to lose both my jobs and I had to still support my family, I would be at McDonald's. I'd be the manager at McDonald's. How could I help you? What did she say? I'm sorry for that. Here's 2 apple pies. Like, I'll be the manager.
Because honestly, money is money. That's how I see it.
I'll be the manager. I'll work in the supermarket. I'll do a car wash. Right. If I could get 20 people in this block just for me to wipe down their cars for $10, that's good money. Like, my hustle game is going to be real. I don't ever feel like I'm not going to be able to do it. And, you have to be hungry. And I also know that my kids depend on me. So I can't be like, oh, daddy went to go look for a job. He didn't get it. No, I lose this job today. Tomorrow I got a job. I got a job tomorrow. I'm waking up at 6 o'clock and I'm going to beg and I'm going to go out there and I know I could talk. So I know I'm going to have a good interview and I'm going to get a job wherever it's at. At minimum, it's going to be 15. But since I'm a little older, I'm going to shoot for 25, and I'm going to shoot, somewhere around there will fall in the gaps, and that's how I would do it. But I don't know if you guys are motivated enough. What motivates you guys? That's the first thing. Maybe that should be the question. What motivates teenagers? Money motivates you, but money for what?
Like, honestly, I feel like money motivates me in certain ways. Like, there's ways where I get money, but I don't keep it. Like, I don't keep everything. I give some out to, like, when my friends, if they hungry, be like, here, here's $1 or $2. Or if my mom needs money, be like, here. But other than that, I just...
So money motivates you, but it's not a necessity in your case. What about you? How do you feel about money and, how is that a motivating factor in your life? Oh, somebody calls me on the podcast. I'll do it. I can't talk to you right now, whoever it is.
I would say somewhat.
So how do you get money? I mean, you're a teenager. Like, your parents give you money, you ask for it, you do your chores. How do you go about that?
It could go either way. Mm-hmm. Either chores or you ask. Mm-hmm. Or if you deserve it, like, sometimes chores.
Yeah, sometimes they like give it to you and be like, here, buy this or that, or buy this to eat, or.
I mean, I got 2 girls now, and I can see they're gonna be a problem. They're only 7 and 2, but like my little one, 7 years old, she wants to get her nails done. Like, she's already into that.
I was 7.
So it's different because now I can see like little $20. I'm gonna, when she gets a little older, she's gonna want that little $20, mani pedi things going on, and I can see the little sister's gonna be like, if she got it, then I want to do it, and then if she wants to do it, my wife is not going for free, so now I gotta pay for all 3 of them, and I know my wife's nails are expensive. I usually pay anywhere from $80 to $100 for her nails.
Oh no, girl, be
so I could imagine that a little Saturday trip to the salon is gonna cost me like $200.
No,
definitely.
That's not me.
I got girls, and I don't say no to eat. I don't say no to none of them.
I'm a girl.
I know, but I'm saying I have girls. As a male, I have girls, and I can't tell my wife no. I can't tell my older daughter no. And if they both getting it, then the little one has to tag along.
But then again, that's how you get girls to be very, very spoiled, because you don't tell them no.
Oh, I tell them no for a lot of
things.
And
that's why certain girls are the way they are now, because they can't take no for an answer.
I think that I made that in my house. Whenever you ask me a question, and I just do it jokingly, but whenever you ask me a question, the first thing that comes out my mouth is no. And they shocking. They're like, no. I'll be like, you don't even know what I was. I just want to get y'all used to someone saying no.
Right.
Because you're not always going to get a yes. Could I stay up late? No. Your bedtime is 8 o'clock. Sit.
I learned that the hard way.
Yep. I was strict like that with my son. My son, until he was a teenager, maybe 16 or 17, he went to bed before, I think, like 10:30. And he's like, yo, Dad, 10:30, guy. You got to wake up at 5 in the morning. 10:30 is a good time.
Yeah.
When he was 17, then I was like, yo, dude, you do you. You want to stay up to 2 in the morning? You still got to go to school at 5 in the morning. So you figure it out. But if you're tired and you don't do good and your grades are messed up, then I cut everything off.
Oh, no.
So, he wanted to sleep in a respectable time, and he knew what he had to do. He knew I wasn't playing around. But not everybody's like that.
Right.
You all have bedtimes, or you just do whatever you want?
Psych.
Nah.
You don't have a bedtime?
Psych.
No.
I don't got a bedtime. I just don't go to sleep late. Like I get tired once it's like 6.
And do you guys wake up on your own and go to school with no problems?
Nah.
Yeah.
I have to have an alarm. If I don't have an alarm, I'm
An
not
alarm
waking
on
up.
my mother.
I am not waking up.
She
I wake up at 5:30 every day.
cracking dawn.
On Saturdays, my daughters wake me up sometimes at 6:00, and I'll be like, "Yo, I can't go to sleep like late one day." They'd be up. They'd be like, "Daddy, let's do it. Waffles. I want a cereal. I want this. I want that." They don't play around. When they take a nap, well, the baby still takes a nap. When she takes a nap, I take a nap. I'd be like, "Let me put her to nap." I'm only saying that because I want to go to sleep too. Because I'll be tired. By 3:00, like my sister-in-law calls the house. Sometimes it will be like 1 or 2:00. She'll be like, "What you guys are doing today? What we doing today?" Well, we did already. We was outside in the park at 9:00 in the morning. We went to the slide. We had icy. We went waffles. We went to the Waffle House. We got donuts. We walked over there. We went to the park. It's 1:00. We're gonna take a nap now. They already had lunch and they just waking up. I did like, especially when it's hot. My girls go to the park every day. They want to go to the park every single day.
'Cause they have
Daddy,
so much
get
energy.
up. Daddy, get up. So I'm gonna go to the park, get that energy out, come back home, and make them lunch.
Like my nephew, he's like a little devil.
Oh no, so we got a decent podcast here. My man don't like long podcasts because he don't have good followers and he don't want people. He don't want nobody to listen. He's like, I don't know, they're gonna listen to me for like 45 minutes. Guy, I got 75 of these, and people listen to me every day. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something that just happened to me today. I was doing something with Julio, and somebody reached out from Alaska. There's a Boys and Girls Club from Alaska. He was like, "Yo, shout outs to your podcast. I'm trying to do this podcast in Alaska, and I've been listening. I've been looking online. I saw you, and I've been listening to your podcast. Everything's dope. I like it." I called the guy. I looked him up. I called him, and as soon as I reached out to him, it's like he already recognized my voice. He was like, "Oh, Mr. Ish." And I was like, "Oh, thank you for listening, and I appreciate that you guys are following us and so forth and so on." So we reached out and we're gonna do something together. I think on Thursday we're gonna try to do a podcast, and maybe him on the phone and me over here and him with his kids and all that stuff. So it's gonna be kind of dope.
That's
So
fire.
I think that's dope. So we're gonna get some people involved. I got my friends that are in Japan, and I want to reach out to them, but the language barrier is a little hard. There's only like 2 or 3 of them that speak English really clear, so I want to get them on board. So it's a lot of things happening. It's a lot of fun, and I'm trying to reach out to a whole bunch of my friends and stuff like that. Those little kids that be in the streets doing wheelies and all that stuff on their bikes. 3 of my friends are basically the ones that kind of like started that, have that whole movement.
The
So
bike life movement.
So I'm gonna bring them in. They used to work for me in my other job, so they're gonna come in and I'm gonna interview them about bike life and all that stuff. So that'll be another thing on the horizon that I got cooking up.
I got a question.
What's up?
What made you want to do podcasts and like be all around the world?
I've always loved to travel, and I've had the ability to travel, to a lot of places. I mean, I do videography and photography too. I have my own company. So with that, I've been able to travel to do weddings and Sweet 16s and music videos and stuff like that. For this, to do the podcasting, it's kind of easy because I'm a real outgoing person and I could talk about anything. That's why when you come to my podcast, I never ask, like in the beginning, I don't be like, "Oh, let's talk about dogs. Let's talk about, this. Let's talk about dating." We sit down, I press the button, I press record. That's what we're talking about at that moment. So I don't like to schedule nothing. I'm really good with talking about everything. So it makes it much easier. And I thought that because I do it that way, people feel more comfortable because you're just talking regular. It's like us sitting here in a room having a conversation. It's nothing different. I thought at first it was going to be a big problem because of the age, barrier. I'm 50 years old. You guys are 14, 16 years old. So I thought it'd be a little different, but not really, because I was a teenager once. I mean, I don't know everything that you guys do. I don't know all your slangs and all that stuff, but I could hold myself. I mean, I could hold the conversation. And I could be like, a person that you can ask a question to that's not a parent. And maybe you want to know, hey, why parents are like this, why dads are like this. I'll give you the answer because I'm a dad. I mean, it may not be the answer you want, but I'll give you an answer. So that's one of the reasons. Good question, though. I feel like I'm being interviewed. You got one for me?
Probably not right now.
All right, you got a little crickets going on. You got one for me? No? Not about the music business? Not about old school hip hop? None of that stuff?
Who's your favorite artist from like the 90s?
Yeah, Rakim is my favorite artist. But I just heard today, I was on the radio listening to Jadakiss. He might be my second one. Jadakiss is gangster.
Jadakiss is nice.
You don't know who Jadakiss is, right?
Sound familiar.
All right, you better Google that.
His voice and his flow.
I somewhat
when he
know.
comes out, he go, ha!
Yeah.
Do that joint?
Lyrically,
I
he's
somewhat-
he's
You
a
can't play with
monster.
Jadakiss.
I somewhat know about the 90s and some songs because I have an older sister and she was born in the 90s. So it's like that's all they really play when they.
Let me tell you, they were talking about it today. You ever heard this record called Banned on TV or something like that? As Banned on TV, it's Jadakiss, Nori, it's like Big Pun. It's like you need to listen to this song. It is probably one of the best collabs ever made. It's called Banned on TV or something like that. As Banned on TV. Look it up, Google it, because it's crazy. I don't think I could put it because it might have a couple of boop, boop, boop beeps. But listen to it on your own. Well, thank you guys for coming. This was an experience, and hopefully, we'll try this again, and you guys will open up a little more. But we still got 26 minutes of a podcast. That's decent for me. So whenever you guys are ready, just let me know. We'll do this again, and maybe we'll talk about some other topics. Maybe some things will come up, or maybe I'll get to use some of you guys on my little podcast with the guys from Alaska and all that stuff. All right, so you can say your goodbyes because I'm about to say mine.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. He didn't shout out his SoundCloud or nothing today. He's keeping it low.
Add me on Snap. Add me on Instagram.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
And we're out of here.